Okay, so today we are going to talk about, I have a new team member. How do I find their information? So I can call them, I could text them, I could see where they're from. We just had a team member of ours, one of our leaders, get a random new consultant on her team, and she had no idea who, she doesn't know who she is. She wants to get in touch with her. And the email that we get from Sensi that tells us that we have a new team member only provides the email address. So, which I think they may be trying, they're going to redo that because we used to get the phone number as well. So, but for right now, it's December 3rd, 2019. We only have the capability of seeing their email address. Okay, so I am live in our group page. I hope that you guys can see me. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying a new way. Oh, awesome. It just turned off. So I'm going to have to start that over again. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. I would like to just say a quick disclosure that there is information on here that you're going to see that is other people's information. So I'm just asking for disclosure as far as privacy. And if you see anybody's information, just for privacy purposes, please make sure you don't write it down or contact anybody with their information, because they may not want to be contacted. Leadership reports. How do I see my new team members info? All right, we're just going to do that because the other version was not working. So we're just going to go ahead and go with what I know. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here is my screen. I'm going to go ahead and go to my workstation. When you first get on your workstation, you're going to see your dashboard. So we're just going to go ahead and go to the dashboard so you can see what you're going to see. You're going to see what your PRV is for the month. I don't have any in yet. It's the third day of the month. I don't have anything in yet. What our group is and what your team is. And now these two are going to be the same until you have directors in your downline. How many active and how many, this will pop up once you become a director if you have any generation directors active, what your title is and what your rank is. I'm certified right now because I have no PRV, right? So we all start at certified consultant once you've hit your 1,000. Even at the superstar director level, we all have to put in at least our 500, and we have to get certain criteria as far as team wholesale volume and group wholesale volume for me to get the title of superstar director. I have to have 3 active consultants, and then as a superstar director, I have to have 4 first generation directors. So as you can see that I still have a lot to do for this month. All right. It tells you also your account is current, earn 200 PRV this month to become active, and then gives a little disclosure of what that means, which is awesome. So your team members should know if they are active or not every month. It will say you're active. If they question whether they are or not, just let them check their workstation dashboard and it'll tell them. And it'll tell them exactly how much PRV they have in. If it says 200 PRV, then they're at least active. All right, let's go to our view my performance, okay? So this is where you're going to be able to pull some reports. There is a start leadership report. This is for everybody that's in your stewardship, meaning if you are a director, these are the people that you're responsible for. Now, you'll also see down here, it says start downline report. This is everybody in my downline, including other directors' teams. So if I want to see everybody in my group, I would pull this report. Sensi saves some reports for you. So it says saved leadership reports. So you can push on, go to sensational start, see who's still in their 70 days, essential to certified, where they are as far as being certified. So these are all the people, and then you can actually sort to see where they're at if they're close. So like these people, I would email and just let them know they're less than one party away to promote themselves in the company to become certified and get a 5% bonus, which is awesome. The shooting star report, it tells you where they're at and what their dates are. They enrolled on this day, this is their shooting star day, and where they're at. So we're not quite to the 6th yet, but you can see that Hillary already hit her 500, and Christy is very close to hitting her 500, and within the next 3 days, hopefully she'll do it. Then this is another leadership report that's saved. This is only going to be accurate on the 10th of every month, or when commissions post. So right now, we are looking at October's, because November, where I'm actually doing this video in December. And so it's December 3rd. So it's before commissions posted. So it's only showing me who promoted in October, which is an actual official month. Everything has closed up, commissions post. So I won't see November until commissions post this month. All right. So what do I do when I get a new consultant and I have no idea who they are? I want to know where they're from, what their phone number is, so I can give them a call and find out, you know, how did they find me? You know, why did you join Sensi? How can I help you? Things like that. You'll want to click your Start Leadership Report, and then it's going to pull up everybody in your downline as far as that your stewardship of you. So this is everybody that's on my team. So for instance, if I want to know, I'm just going to use my information. If I want to click on Jessica, say this is a new person on your team and you have no idea who this person is, you click on their name like I did, and then it's going to give you their phone number, their email address, and their address, so you know exactly where they're from. Pay attention if the primary address is different from the shipping, because sometimes they might be overseas and are on a military base, so they have to put their primary as a U.S. consultant address, but their shipping address is maybe on a military installation. So that's sometimes different. As well as some people may get their boxes shipped one place, but their address is another. So if you're sending mail to your consultants, you want to pay attention to that if it's different. It tells you their join date, their ID, their website, and then who their director is, who their sponsor is, and who actually enrolled them. Because you may also get a reinstated consultant that used to be with Sensi, but not on your team. Maybe they were on a totally different team. So you'll see enroller of who they originally were sponsored under, and then sponsor should be you, in the case that we're looking under yours, and then whoever the director would be. So in a different case, it would say either myself, or if you have another director. In some cases, it'll share superstar director. If I'm not the director, it'll show what the director is, then my name as the superstar director. This is also cool, so you can kind of see where their trends are as far as sales. So this shows you guys my, from 2018 to 2019, I can compare each month. So July was a big difference as far as last year compared to this year. And I could say, I know that I had a fundraiser, so I know why my PRV was so much bigger. But this is something you'll want to pay attention to kind of see if there's been some growth, and or maybe there isn't. So in September, I had of 18, I had a fundraiser, and of 19, I also did, but it wasn't quite as successful. So that's why I have lower PRV than that 1 year. So this is also a good way to kind of see if there's something going on with your team member. If they are very consistent normally with like certain amount of sales and then all of a sudden they drop, that might give you an indication that something was going on. They were having a struggle of some sort. And it's a good time to give them a call and say, hey, I just want to see how everything's going. You know, I noticed that your sales are a little different. So I was concerned if there's anything going on personally that I can help you with, or, you know, you need to talk about. And they'll let you know usually, you know, yeah, I'm going through a divorce, or I'm moving, or I lost somebody, you know, dear to me, and I'm just not in the right headspace right now. And at least you know what's going on with them. So this is where you're going to find all their information. Now, you're also going to be able to see what subscriptions they're subscribed to right here. So I'm the Scent and Warmer of the Month. If you see that they're not subscribed to something, or they don't have a website, that's another reason why you want to contact them and make sure they understand the significance of these subscriptions, especially their website, because they can never sponsor anybody if they don't have a website. And it's just, it's such a great investment because people can shop whenever they want from their website, and it's just less work on us. How to create a will cancel report. There's a nice little quick tips thing right here. So you'll want to click on that, and it's actually going to, you'll know who's on the will cancel list by this. It literally tells you. So you start your downline report, and then you can click group and additional filters, and then you will click yes where will cancel list is, and then everybody on the list after you click the run report will show up on this list that says will cancel. And you can save the report so you can kind of see where everything is. And let me go back over here, and I'm going to show you, see how this is PRV and join. This is a report that I created. Now, this was in the past. I don't need that anymore, so I can literally delete the report. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. But if you want to save it so you can go back to it later in the month, you can just click that. But I'm just going to show you as a better visual. So if you want to know who's on the will cancel list and break it down, you can click additional filters. Yes, will cancel. So this is everybody that is on the list, and you'll click report. And then anybody this is basically people that are due to put their 200 in. And if they don't put it in by the end of the month, they will cancel. So these are the people that you want to connect with. You'll want to pay attention to your level ones, because that is your frontline. Those are the people that you personally sponsored. And then anybody else, you can contact your frontline, which if they're like a level 2, and let them know that they have people on the will cancel, and see if they've communicated with them or not and what's going on. And they may very well know what's going on with their team member. Hopefully they do. And they'll like, oh yeah, they have a party at the end of the month or whatever, and they're good. Or they may very well say, I have no idea. I don't talk to this person. And then you can reach out. So the idea is to stay close with your frontline and teach your team members, your frontline, to stay close with their frontline. But that's in a perfect world. It's ideal, but, and we wish that would happen, but it's not always going to happen. Even with your own frontline, sometimes, like, I know that's my goal, is to stay as close as I can with my frontline, but some people just don't respond to me. So, there's nothing I can do about that. But if more than one person is kind of paying attention to what's going on, then it's less likely for people to slip through the cracks and find out, that they were supposed to become active and they didn't know. Now, Sensi sends an email at the beginning of the month. I send a text message at the middle, like the second week of the month, and then I always touch base with an email at the end of the month as well. And if they do cancel, just so you're aware, I put them on an email list that that is an autoresponder, which basically says, we're so sorry to see you leave. You know, we understand things happen. That's why we give you the ability to come back within 3 months. And the email shows them what they need to do in order to become a consultant again, to reinstate basically. And then this autoresponder also sends an automatic email once they are eligible to become a consultant again, in 3 months from the day that they get that first email that we're sorry to let them go. And that gets sent out within the first few days of the month. And then by the time they get that email 3 months later, they are absolutely ready to go. They can just click and reinstate, and it happens a lot. So that helps you. They do have the option to choose a new consultant as a sponsor. So I just like to let you know that. So they may reinstate, but they may not reinstate under you, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to tag somebody, but it's not letting me. Anyways, so that's another reason why when somebody, you want to try to stay as close with your frontline as possible. So when they do reinstate, they do want to reinstate under you. So I hope this helps. And my biggest tip is to contact people directly. Emails, they get lost in the shuffle. Happens to me all the time. I just got called out by a consultant a couple weeks ago because I missed her email and she thought that I didn't care. And we don't want that to happen. So I would definitely give your new team member a phone call. Let them know that you are excited for them. You want to get to know them. You know, how can I assist you? What are your goals? So I can kind of direct you to the right tools. How often would you like me to connect with you? Things like that. And the biggest suggestion is to make sure you strongly encourage them to pay attention to their first things first checklist and actually complete it, because the people that do statistically tend to go on to do better and actually achieves the goals for Sensi. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helps. And I'll be doing this pretty much once a week, unless there's just something that I just don't know what to say. I don't really have any training to give, but I'll definitely be sharing this type of content more often. So hopefully it's helpful. And if you have any suggestions on content that you'd like me to share as far as leadership, please comment below and tag me so I know that I see it, and I'll be happy to touch base on those topics. If you can send me a Facebook message, that would probably be even better to make sure I saw that you have a topic for me. Okay, have a sensational day. And if nobody told you they love you today, I do, and I always will. Thank you, leaders.